This Friday, the seventh day of Passover, when your patience with matzah and Pesach food will have just about run out, we're going to be reading in synagogue from portion B'Shalach about the escape of the Jewish people from Pharaoh at the Red Sea. One of the great quandaries that we have is the opening verse of portion B'Shalach, which says that God took the Israelites on a circuitous route and not a direct route, lest the people see war and as a result decide to return to Egypt. This may mean a lot of things, and explanations are numerous both among traditional and modern commentators. But one explanation that I find particularly compelling is that sooner or later a nation has to learn to fight its own battles. It's very easy to point to the divine presence in the War of 1967, the Six-Day War, but it's a lot harder to do so in 1973 in the Yom Kippur War, just 6 years later. And the reason Israel was successful in both wars is that it didn't really need to depend on miracles. It had developed a strategy for survival of its own. And this is true of the generation that left Egypt. They had come forth from centuries of slavery, but they really hadn't quite mastered what it meant to live as free people. That was going to be up to another generation. And until and unless the Jewish people were going to be successful not only in 1967 type wars, but also in 1973 type wars, were they really ready to stand on their own 2 feet in their own promised land. This is Rabbi Scott Hoffman, and this is the Torah Minute.